Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Tower of Guns. So, last run was actually pretty good. I mean, we got the mystery box, which definitely made things interesting. So, kind of looked at the numbers, and it was pretty much a 50-50 mix. We started with a crit minus, then got luck up, armor minus, damage minus, item charge plus plus, weapon EXP plus plus, and that one mystery one that I actually couldn't exactly find my footage, but then again, I was in a bit of a rush yesterday. But when it comes down to it, it's from the data I gathered. Yeah, that sounds really scientific for, you know, just 8 tries with the gambling machine plus one mystery box that I'm going to count as part of it because, well, I'd wager that they have the exact same freaking payout. But so 50-50 mix on the mystery boxes, and the question is, like, is it worth getting them if it's, you know, 50-50? And the answer is, I don't know. Like, I want to say it's worth it if only because some of the pickups that you can get are really worth it. But looking at it there, the benefits I got were luck plus plus, which may have outweighed the negatives substantially. But, oh, secret area. I just kind of wandered in here randomly. But so, like, the benefits of the luck plus plus probably means, like, probably is the reason why we got so much good stuff. But I could be wrong about that, and maybe I'm giving, like, way too much weight to luck bonuses. Because I can't imagine it's overly, like, excessively useful to get a luck bonus, if only because, well, if your luck bonus was, like, insane across the board, well, like, just one pickup was enough to make or break a run. That would mean I would have already had an uber victory for my luck runs, and considering, you know, this is what, try number 4 in that regard, chances are unlikely that, you know, luck actually has that big of an impact on things. And it's like, maybe it's like weapon choice too. I was stuck on something. Oh, I was stuck on just like a little bit of the ramp there. Well, you know what? We're taking some damage, which I'm not keen on. I mean, I apologize. Probably could have avoided a heck of a lot of this if I had focused on that guy. Up with it. Okay, I'm taking a mulligan on this one. Replay, same loadout. I apologize. I don't even know. I guess it was a saw blade, not a saw blade, a spin bot that I just could not hear, which I feel really bad about. Anyway, so let's just keep going. I think I was asked a little bit ago, what happens when I have a bad run? That was actually probably the worst run I've had in a while, because most of my, like, practice runs I actually set on the really high difficulty at this point, the, like, nightmare mode that you unlock for beating either the gumball machine or the maw, because, you know, why the heck not? If I'm going to improve this game, I might as well improve, like, heavily off-screen using, you know, the hardest difficulty possible, right? Right. And I'll be quite honest with you, I've barely ever gotten past the gear works. I made it to the battlements and then proceeded to die more or less on the first room. I really hate saw blade launchers. I really hate rooms like this in general. It's terrifying. Oh, crap. Okay, so... oh, that's who's shooting at me. Yeah, the spiky ball launchers were just making my life unpleasant. If I have to take a double mulligan here, I'm just going to be sad. And it looks like that's actually going to be the case, which is really depressing. I mean, maybe some health pickups from them? No, so unless we get, like, crazy pickups from something or other, we're gonna have to do a double mulligan, and that's embarrassing. Alright, so... I don't remember if there are any secret areas here. Oh, there's a coin. That's at least some kind of consolation prize. Considering I've taken a lot of damage, like... I don't actually know if guns affect your passive stats, but I'd be willing to believe that certain guns have, like... I'm just getting the heck out of there. Goodbye. Maybe I'll find some health in the secret room here. There's an extra jump, and an extra jump. Well, okay. We're definitely in a super tense situation. I was really hoping for something else, but the extra jumps could be helpful, conceivably. It's just, it's very, oh crap, those are spiky ball launchers. They're even more concerning than, you know, floating bomb things. Gotta get, you know, what little health pickups we can get before they go... I don't even actually know what hit me there. Must have been, like, one of the bouncing bombs. Oh well, now we got the hedgehog gun. let's take a rain check on the Saw Blade launcher. Apparently that's just not working out for us. Now let's go for Grease Pit Hedgehog launcher and see if we actually do well. Because those two little runs there were not so great. And I don't want to stop now. I don't want to start over. Because it's like, you know what, sometimes it's best to own up to your failures and just accept that you done goofed. And it's kind of a shame because we actually had some good pickups in both of those. But I just took way too much damage in, like, 2 separate instances. And it's like, maybe the foyer hates me or something right now? I'm not entirely sure. So there's a spiky ball launcher up there, who actually should have been priority number 1. But, my fault for... Oh, crap. Do not want to be in that situation. My fault for getting stuck. My fault for, you know, not prioritizing enemies properly. And my fault for not paying attention. And, you know what? Take ownership of my... No, don't leave me. Please don't. Aw. Okay, so, you know, overly attached Wanderbot and his weapon EXP pickups, the most precious thing in existence as far as, like, this gun is concerned. Because the Hedgehog launcher, I believe, is... I say this about every gun, you know, leveling slowly, but it's either this or the 609 that really levels slowly. And it's hard to say which levels slower. I mean, maybe the LHC? I definitely have to test, but I was messing around yesterday. Come on. Okay. I was messing around yesterday with the console commands. Just to, you know, mess around, see if I could do any, like, cool spawns or stuff to test things out for science. Because, honestly, cheating in this game, I think I mentioned this the previous episode. I'm going to be rambling about console commands for a little while. But I mentioned this on the previous episode that console commands like to cheat on a run of, like, of Tower of Guns to put on YouTube. This seems like the most pointless thing ever. I'm taking so much damage. The problem is these guys are slightly outpacing my turning in really weird and annoying ways. Okay, so, not as bad as previous rooms, so I guess it's life. No, please. Oh man. Okay, so, yeah, not gonna cheat on Tower of Guns runs, especially with, you know, you guys watching, because that kind of cheapens me as a Let's Player. And that cheapens the product of the game, too, because if I make it like it look like it's so freaking easy and then other people pick it up, well, they're going to be bound to be disappointed. And to be fair, my ratio of Uber wins has been actually pretty substantial. I remember it wasn't until, what, episode 30-something that I even managed to beat the Tower of Guns? And that was, I guess, that was version 0.78. And maybe either A, I've gotten better, or B... you know, things have been adjusted slightly so it's a little bit more balanced. Either a... Come on. Nope. Okay, so I'm not going to get that health pickup. Nope. Okay, that sucks. And the problem is, now that I know the console commands to increase my jump height and decrease gravity, it's like the temptation is there, and it's kind of like Pandora's box. You want to, if only because it's like, geez. Okay, good and safe for a bit. It's definitely one of those where the lasers make things difficult. The lasers and all the bullet fire, really. Really everything here is scary in a lot of ways. Oh, I'm coming. Oh, I did take out the lasers, that's good. So, health pickups, don't leave me. Those are bullets. Bullets are not health pickups or any kind of pickup for that matter. And took one in the face right there. The one nice thing about the Hedgehog launcher, and I'm very glad that I'm actually pretty... Oh, come on. I'm actually pretty glad I picked it out for this case, is I could shoot over the lip there, so I didn't actually have to walk through the lasers. Of course, I then prioritized my, you know, my enemy, I don't know, kill list, poorly. And are we going to have to seriously triple mulligan this? This is embarrassing and terrible. But this gun is... I was saying it's like, yeah, you know, this is a great gun for this run because I could shoot around and hit those laser things. And then it just proceeded to take a shit ton of damage because the bombs on high just made my life miserable. Okay, so there's some kind of secret area up there, but there ain't no way I'm getting that one. Oh, this sucks. Okay, well, this episode is just going to be losing. It's going to be titled Losing. Oh, hey, it's the boss room. Who is it? It's Mama Spinbot. Hooray. There's, like, no way we're not going to take just a little bit of damage here. I was really hoping he would drop something. No? Do these bomb bots not give health pickups? That would be insanely unfortunate. There's also these little guys all over the place. Yep, there we go. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to keep going until I get something. And I'm afraid that this is going to be one of those episodes where it's just like 40 minutes of losing. That would be really sad, actually. That would be incredibly sad. And maybe luck plus plus. I read, so whenever the game is loading, it gives you a bunch of little, like, flavor texty things that usually say kind of nonsensical stuff, like polishing hug bots or refurbishing home improvement, something weird and inane, and it's humorous. But there are actually, like, tips hidden in there, and I wish I'd actually, like, slow down maybe every once in a while when I'm not recording the game, because my eyes don't move that fast, but it would be actually really smart of me to go and check out, like, my footage after the fact to see what all the messages say, because, you know, there's no tutorial, and the wiki for this game is, you know, sparse as all get out. But, I guess I'm beating around the bush here. But one of the things the loading tips say is pickups actually affect difficulty. And it's kind of an interesting question of what pickups affect difficulty in what ways. And I'd actually be willing to believe certain pickups change the difficulty, you know, so, like, luck maybe increases the difficulty more than you think it would, considering it's such, like, a boost. But then again, we have runs like yesterday where we did nothing but mystery box and our difficulty was, like, insanely low. And, I mean, it's kind of hard to... Oh, wow, this is new. Good, I checked that out. I was like, I see blue light coming through here. That's gotta be a secret. So now I know where that secret is, and now we jump... we actually have some pretty good hoops. Meaning, dodging. That's good, if only I wasn't taking stupid damage left and right. Unless maybe Joe hotfixed it so I'd actually take more damage now. Oh geez, that's scary. So we've got, like, a virtual armada flying at us, and I just backed myself into a corner. Go wander. I don't know how I didn't get hit while stuck there, but... Oh, okay. There comes the pain train. But, you know what? We're not up against Macho Man Randy Savage quite yet. And we're actually full health. As long as I can keep it, frustratingly. But, okay, good situation. We're weapon level 3. Took some damage, but there is just so many health pickups. Ugh. I hate the little, like, lips and stuff you can get caught on in this game. That's, like, my least favorite thing, because it's not a third-person shooter, so you can't really tell, you know, what you're going to get stuck on, because in a third-person shooter, if you're stuck on a bit of level architecture, it's, I mean, stupidly easy to figure out what you're stuck on, so it's like, okay, you know, I can kind of make adjustments and go around. I don't know how that thing didn't die on, like, the first salvo, because it was just a regular enemy, and it was not going anywhere. But, oh well, we are weapon level 5, almost weapon level 4, there we go. Full health, and I can't believe I didn't get that health pickup, but the big ones don't magnetize to you, which kind of sucks. Anyway, let's go down here into kind of the weirdo Hugbot, not quite Hugbot Alley, but still actually quite fantastic if you really... Oh, geez, yeah, that is super fantastic. Look at all that money. Okay, so what do we get? Rapid fire. I am so glad we were just given, like, a shit ton of money. I've never had rapid fire with the Hedgehog launcher. This is going to be definitely interesting. Is there anything else here? The answer looks to be no. It's the question of, is it worth it just mashing myself into the walls for sheer curiosity's sake? Because that would be hilarious to find an uber secret in here. But does not look like it's the case. And, you know what, to be fair, I am probably being kind of greedy right now. You know, I've already gotten probably, like, the best thing I could have hoped for so early on. Don't know if it's going to win the run for us by any, you know, metric. But, oh, come on. I was really hoping I could get up here. Okay, there was nothing anyway. But, you know what? We're doing fantastically. We got rapid shot on this gun, which is actually still very slow. But it's not as slow as it was earlier. And, you know what? That's alright. I hit myself. I actually forget that the hedgehog launcher can. I'm just kind of firing out of not quite sheer habit, but sheer habit. And, you know, just like weird punctuation to my statements. It's like, you know, yes, Wanderbot says things. I feel like a weird caveman. My punctuation is punching, and my diction is club speak. And you know what? When I say club speak, it kind of makes me think of, like, I don't know, frat speak, which makes no sense. There's no, like, specific frat speak, or at least that I know of. Like, there's no specific code that, you know, only frat members know how to speak. This is actually a really bad situation to be in, because we're not low on health, but this is a terrible gun to be fighting the... Oh my god. I'm really unhappy right now. That was probably the worst setup I've ever had against the Dr. Turret. Like, not even the multi-tier level was that bad. What was our final difficulty out of sheer curiosity? 101. No idea what that means, but, wow. Alright, well, replay the same loadout. I'm going to keep trying. We're going into Cake Town. We lost so much we're going into Cake Town. I mean, pity party, okay. I feel bad about myself, honestly. 19 runs, so this is the 20th run, yep. Well, I guess this is the benefit to losing over and over and over again when using a gun you're not very good with. The problem with the Hedgehog gun, and, I mean, I'm not going to say this is a serious problem with the programming, but it's definitely one of those that's like, if you don't have enough upgrades or something, especially when you're fighting, say, Dr. Turret. No, oh, come on. So, especially if you don't have enough, like, upgrades when fighting Dr. Turret, you're going to end up really screwed on him unless you can get high up. And in that scenario, I just could not get high up. Because, well, I couldn't get high up, I couldn't get an advantage to take him out or anything like that. And that's just really unfortunate. Now, this place used to teleport me out of here if I got all of the secrets. But it does not look like there are any more. Okay, so you actually have to take the teleporter now. Back in version 0.78, you'd just get teleported out as soon as you found that secret area down below. Does not look like that's the case. Oh well, not a big deal. Okay. Well, we found the secret, yeah, so there isn't anything else hiding in there for us. Good, because that would be really unfortunate if there was something, like, way off in the distance. It's like, how do you even get over there? And you have to do some kind of weird leap of faith onto an invisible platform. That would be a nightmare. Anyway, so... yeah, so Dr. Turret there was probably the worst thing in the world we could have come up against. Like, we were doing really well. The rapid shot would have been amazing. But it just... cards are not in it for us today at all. Because, well... problem with Dr. Turret and a gun that can, like, shoot in very crappy arcs is I was hitting all of the... where? Oh, they're up... oh, God. They're up there. There's a bunch of saw blade launchers up above in the middle, and that's concerning, because I actually have to get around like this. I guess I should be using my crazy jumps for my own benefit. Come on. There we go. I was like, if I don't get that health pickup, I'm just going to be kind of depressed and angry with myself. And this is a run where I'm going to be depressed and angry with myself. We've been, you know, we've had our collective, or not our, I've had my collective butt handed to me repeatedly by the past couple runs, and it's been very embarrassing. And that's unfortunate, and maybe this is payback for me cheating a little bit ago. What, 2 runs ago? Or, you know, trying to understand the secrets to this game. Really, if I can't even get onto this platform, I should just, like, quit now and cry myself to sleep. Because, I don't know. Okay, now we can get up here. Good. Is there anything even useful for us here? No. Alright. I'm angry. I'm angry at the world. I'm angry at, you know, the establishment. I'm angry at guns. I'm angry at... oh, this room again. If you remember, I believe this is the room that actually murdered me the last time I came through. And at this point, I'm just kind of like juking left and right and hoping against hope that I don't get hit too much. And I'm not hitting them at all. they're not hitting me at all either, which is weird and concerning in a lot of ways. Okay, I got saw bladed to the butt. Okay. You know what? They can die for a bit. I have a mission, and that mission is get rid of that freaking spiky ball launcher that's up here that's ruining my freaking day. Oh, there's another one. There are 3. I really hate the spiky ball launchers. Like, they're probably my least favorite enemy in this game by a fair long shot. I guess the saw blade launchers are pretty terrifying too, but just collectively, it's an unpleasant circumstance. How did I not kill you? Oh well, at least we got enough hoops that, like, getting around and doing stuff is good. But, well, not good, but substantially easier. But I'm still feeling pretty hurt and pretty embarrassed, honestly. Well, at least we've got the whole, like, Cake Town business going for us, and weapon level 2. Barely. Eek. At least we've got a bunch of passive pickups. It would be really cool, actually, if I could look up, like, midway through a run what my difficulty level is and, like, what my overall stats are. Because I like the fact that it gives me a speed metric. That's really cool. It just doesn't give me anything else, which isn't the end of the world, but it'd be nice. Okay, so we've got a item charge upgrade. I'm gonna get it, if only because, well, maybe we get the aortic levy device later on. It'd be really cool to, I don't know, get some free healing on. And are there any secrets down there? The answer is no. Oh, dear. Well, I guess that's okay. Sorry about the long pauses. I was thinking about it. It's like, are there any secret areas here that I've forgotten about? And there is one, but I can't get to it, which sucks. Because that's an extra jump there. And the question is like, well, you know, Wander, you've already got 3 jumps, so why do you need another one? And the answer is, flying is actually one of the most useful freaking things in this game. Because here, I can just fly over half of Lantern of Pholus's nonsense poops. And I can get a really good angle, so my shot arcs aren't, you know, going to screw me over. Because I just hit I just took out Lantern of Pholus without taking more than just like a fairly pitiable amount of damage. So, I don't know, flying is really useful. After a certain point, flying is not useful because the enemies can hit you regardless because there's just too much, you know, fire in the air, but in this case, not so much so. So we got a lot of pickups, got us up to maybe 2.5, maybe 3, wasn't really paying attention. But it's definitely one of those circumstances where it's like, well, we're going into the Gearworks with a bunch of jumps, so that's always a good sign. Hey, we actually beat the boss too, that's also a very good sign. It means we might actually have a chance at this. But, so we got the Soothing Siphon, which is probably one of my least favorite items. I guess my least favorite would be the reverse of the Soothing Siphon, which I can't remember the specific name for. But, the reverse is, you know, you transfer your health into... Oh, God damn it. Okay, so it's this room again. It's not specifically this room, but every time we seem to come into the Gearworks with a gun that shoots in an arc, we get automatically matched up with this. And I want to get in there, get the weapon EXP, and not get shot, which actually we mystically managed to avoid getting shot at all in that circumstance, which is pretty good. But yeah, every time we're in a room like this, we end up, you know, having to tango with a bunch of guys on the ceiling that we can't hit because of our arcing shots. And I mean, these guys were substantially closer, actually, to the floor than the run I was referencing, which I believe we had the Kegerator. So that was what? I guess that was the cheating run, come to think of it. I'm just going to refer to it as the cheating run just because, well, I mean, it was pretty much cheating, let's be honest. It just was not intentionally cheating, it was like, I have... you know, the insatiable need to explore everything and anything. And, okay, can we make this? Yes. Okay, so what do we got up here? We have a health pickup. Do we have anything else up here? The answer is no. Well, win in Rome. Okay, let's get ourselves some more health. Really, at this point, I'm doing everything and anything I can do to bolster this run, and you know what, maybe we'll find something that would have been like really nice and wasting the extra money on the item charge plus plus. Ow. Double ow. Okay, this is this room again. The one problem with this run right now is I am way too fast for my own good. Like, excessively so. So it means I'm going to be careening into things that I don't want to careen into. And that's unfortunate. But, you know what? We're doing okay. Took a little bit of dumb damage there, but our weapon level is okay, and that's the more important thing-ish. Get in here before they show up. Is there anything else here to kill us? Some tanks, they're kind of concerning. But I'm not feeling too disadvantaged right now. We've got mostly the saw blade launchers to contend with, and I guess some ET guns, which I'm going to take out if only because they can hit me in the back from long distance. Because everything else I can outpace, and this actually provides a very good arena. How am I not hitting any of them? I don't know, it's like some kind of mystical hedgehog vortex that prevents my hedgehogs from doing anything worthwhile with themselves. But you know what? Hedgehogs probably don't have a whole lot of aspirations in life, apart from not die and, well, not get eaten, mainly. Dying is kind of a natural part of the process, but you know what, getting eaten is, I guess, also conversely pretty natural, but I would say dying of old age is a much more, much more accessible, much more acceptable of a way to go than, you know, getting consumed by a larger, meaner, nastier creature. And I bounced off of the gear. That's really unfortunate, especially because my thigh itches. Ugh. I hate to mention that sort of thing, but it's just kind of like, this is why I'm suddenly playing very stupid, because it's like I have this huge distraction, and honestly, it doesn't help that my neighbors have been running their garbage disposal for what seems to be the past 5 minutes, which, you know, I apologize for the weird buzzing noise. It's kind of this persistent problem I have with the... with the, neighbors downstairs that... I don't know if they're, like, specifically doing it in protest of me being a Let's Player. And I don't want to, like, have some kind of weirdo, bizarro, like, noise rivalry with the neighbors downstairs. Because, you know what? Fine. I stopped Let's Playing after 11 at night. That actually is my bad, and I shouldn't have been Let's Playing that late at night, but I was like, I have the urge. Come on. Really? Okay. Can I get back up? The problem is with the really high speed, it makes it freaking easy to, like, completely outpace everywhere and anywhere I wanted to go. Okay, so we got one more of these tank guys, and we can get to the actual... Can't believe he was still alive. Oh well. So we got a couple of upgrade tokens. They are important. If I don't, like, manage to crush myself falling. Is it gonna come, or... Okay, there we go. That was way too much work for one upgrade token. And at least we're in the clear. I think there's one more thing that was shooting at us, but... Yep, there he is. Oh, actually, this is kind of fortuitous. There's some weapon EXP down there, and a lot of money. Okay, so I was like, we're doing pretty well on the health department, but it's always nice to have, you know, more in our tanks. When I say that, I suddenly think, you know, very heavily of Mega Man. If you ever played Mega Man, you get the health tanks to refill. That's not actually in the case in this game, which, you know what, if you could quickly pause or, like, open up a little sub-menu to open up, like, a healing package, that would actually be really nice. I guess it's really just what the aerotic levy device is, but you can only use the aerotic levy device once in a while, whereas these would be, like, based on how many health pickups. Oh, come freak on. Okay, so, actually, no, this is really good. And here's why. This isn't the same room that we were in the last time. We didn't have the hedgehog launcher. We had... I can't remember if it was the... It was one of the guns with, like, an arcing... Oh, it was the shotgun. Not an arcing shot, but close enough to be frustrating, because, so the last time we were in this room, we had, you know, a bazillion 8-shot cannons just kind of looming above us as we went through this room, and it was the worst thing in existence. Because, well, I mean, you guys saw it, I was unable to hit really anything from a distance, and it just meant one very dead wander. Like, I think I actually made it out of the room without dying, but it was so much damage that I ended up just kind of dying on the next room or something. Well, you know what? It does actually make this room specifically kind of nice, because there's a secret area that I know I can get to, and I know there's some stuff that's going to be shooting at me. Come on. Okay, so we've got a bunch of super cannons of some kind of variety, but mainly the... Oh, hello. That's a secret area. I don't know how I didn't notice it the previous time I came through. Okay, this is a problem. And here's why. I need to get on one of these lifts without getting hit. And I don't... Okay, we managed it, and now we're safe. At least to some degree of safety. I'm not entirely sure who can hit me at this angle, and that's a terrifying concern. But I was afraid, you know, maybe I shouldn't even bother up here. But then the super cannon showed up, and I was just like, well, you know, at this point it's not a compulsion, it's a requirement. And we're actually doing really okay. Definitely could use some, like, might armor pickups. Actually a second gun for scenarios like this, where shooting straight would be, you know, a serious boon. But don't know if I took falling damage there anyway. So... yeah, might armor. We've got crazy speed. Any more speed pickups at this point, I would actually consider to be... Oh, right. There's a secret area over here. Either that or something wrong with the level architecture. But, you know what? It's always worth checking. So, it is a secret. Is this another secret? The answer seems to be no. There's nothing through the ceiling, so this is just kind of a weird dead end. Fine. I was hoping there would be like an uber secret here, considering the other massive room like this that I know about has an uber secret in it, which, you know, is super uncommon. Okay, so what do we got? Precise. Hell yeah. I don't even know what precise specifically does, but I think that's actually probably one of the greatest things in the world for us, maybe. It's definitely hard to tell. It didn't make our shots fly any, like, any farther, specifically, so I can't shoot them like a normal gun. I don't have this, like, massive cone of explodey death. And this could actually make it kind of a pain in the butt taking out a bunch of smaller enemies. But I'm willing to accept it as probably a boon. It's definitely going to make it a lot easier to take out specific bosses, specifically, like, really anything that has a lot of health. This gun is going to wreck. Unfortunately, it's not going to take out groups, but that's kind of life. Okay, so there's a lot of terror in here. A lot of death, but... Oh, it's this room again. I actually really like this room. I mean, sure, we're kind of in this weird death alley of sorts, but I think we can swing it pretty easily. I just want to get everything and anything I can possibly get before it all goes away. And the problem is, oh, there's a lot of death there, and I don't even know why I thought that was a good idea. Okay, but you know how I was talking about this gun being good against specific enemies that... you know, have a lot of health? This gun is probably the most effective at taking out these guys. Yeah, 2 shots to take out one of these stationary super cannons. That's really good. This gun does a lot of damage. Especially, you know, concentrated bursts, which is the point of this upgrade. So we've got a lot of, like, scary explosions going on this side. But that's a pretty easy fix. Just kind of launch these guys in here. Now, how are we doing? We're fairly wealthy. We got a lot of pickups. We're nearly full health. Nearly. And to the point where I'm not too concerned about our standing. There's a speed pickup over there, which is probably one of the worst things to go for. And, okay, now we're full health. And we're not loaded, but we're sitting pretty comfortably. So unless what's up in the secret area is like a new gun to buy or a luck pickup, we're probably going to be able to afford really whatever we want up here. So the last time I was kind of coming through here... Come on. The first-person platforming in this one is kind of a pain in the butt. But instead of taking my old traditional method of getting up... Come on. You can kind of use... It ain't working. There we go. Maybe... Ugh. Yeah, so the trick is kind of to edge yourself along one of these, but after a certain point you start glitching out. Yeah, I'm in the, like, weird, unfortunate, I'm going to glitch out phase of this. Oh, well, let's see what we got. I got over there. It was just kind of a pain in the patoot. And if you don't know what pain in the patoot means, it's pain in the ass. Okay, going to get it. I got it. Okay, it was a might pickup. That is seriously helpful. In fact, really everything we have just gotten is seriously helpful. And right, that's a speed pickup. I don't know how I forgot about that. So, we now have a lot of money, and we didn't have to buy a might pickup, which I'm very happy about, because, I guess we really don't have a lot of money. A lot of money would be like 400, and that would be insane. Okay, so, hello, it's these guys again, and some purple crap launchers, which... that one I can't line of sight until I'm safe, but what I can do is get the hell out of dodge. So I got hit a little bit there, but not enough to make it a serious concern, just enough that I have to keep moving. And we do have enough space, not space, we have enough speed to outpace whatever it is. Okay, so it's some kind of secret shop thing that I can buy, not sure what it is, and jump height, which is actually really useful, because at this point we have, you know, a bazillion jumps and nowhere near enough. Okay, so that's a speed pickup, which is... we don't need another one. Any faster than this, and it's... you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna save the money. I do not need more than 18 speed. Okay, so it's Dr. Turret, my old nemesis. Oh boy. Well, at least, apparently, I can one-hit pretty much anything, which is actually really nice. And it looks like I'll be able to take out Dr. Turret in, like, 4 goes. And I'm not enthused about having to... okay, took a bit of falling damage there. And I apparently should have just waited for the bar to come back. Or the pip, or... more or less, I should have waited for the weak point to return. But we're not taking a whole lot of damage. We do crazy damage ourselves. And there it is. And he's not dead. I'm actually very impressed. Well, what am I going to do in that situation? I'm just going to wail on Dr. Turret here instead of kind of risking it trying to find where the secret spot is. Except for apparently the secret spot, well, not the secret spot, that section of Dr. Turret isn't coming back. So I guess we have to go for it. Oh well, there he goes. And we actually came out of that room without taking really any damage. I am a bit floored about that one, actually. Okay, so it's the Toga Trooper Wing. Not the most useful item in the world, but it's definitely better than the Soothing Siphon. Soothing Siphon is kind of like, I would get it if I had a bunch of blue EX, like I'd keep it if I had a bunch of blue EXP pickups, but Toga Trooper Wing actually lets us get certain places, and we already have a lot of jumps, meaning this will let us get to super special places as opposed to kind of half special places. That was a really slow run on the gearworks, but that's kind of the way things go. We're going to the battlements, which I'm glad about. I think going into the armory right now would be very unfortunate. Well, you know what? This run is actually starting to get a little bit better. Sorry about all the losses in the beginning, but I guess that's just kind of the way things go. That's a health pickup. What are we gonna... oh, geez. So this is actually hilarious. Took some fall damage. We got a lot of saw blades, but you know how I was talking about, like, we got enough speed to not have to worry about as much? This is that scenario. So we are blindingly fast. There's a super cannon that we do have to be terrified about. I thought I took them both out, but I guess that's just my imagination, and that is totally okay, because, well, you know what, we're doing fine-ish. We're taking some damage, but mainly we just have to contend with these guys, and wherever that super cannon is, and I guess like one more bomb thing, I don't know, is also an interesting question. There we go. Took it out, and I'm kind of missing my spread fire effect with this gun. But, you know what? Can't turn it off. That is life. I guess we'll just do insane damage. Actually, we could just kind of get the hell out of dodge. I don't know if there are any secret... oh, there are probably secret areas here, though, that I want to get. Because this room this tall is bound to have some... come on! Okay, so apparently the enemy dying was enough to take out the other enemy. I'm very happy about that. Anyway, very Peaslee amount of pickups, but we came into this room pretty much with what... well, we're leaving this room pretty much with the same health that we came in with, but with substantially more weapon level. So, Yeah, took a little bit of falling damage there. I'm gonna kind of be a little halty. I'm gonna be a little halty here because I don't want to use the Toga Trooper wing, just in case. Oh, hello. It's free, and you know what? Extra speed is nice. Saving the money probably nicer, but that's the secret. But I didn't want to use the Toga Trooper wing unless I really had to, because using the Toga Trooper wing means I wouldn't be able to use it on a later room like this one. I have no. Oh, good, sweet Jesus. It's this room. So this room is terrifying, and I'm actually very glad I got the speed. It is an interesting question of, is it even worth it staying here? And I actually have no idea if I can just flat out blitz through the room and leave. And there's also the kind of point of all those super fast mini Corneliuses. Like, holy shit, did the difficulty just ramp up and not tell me? It's possible. We've lost a weapon level, actually, which is kind of unfortunate. But they were shooting really fast. Oh well, yeah, my staying here is probably worth it. Who's shooting all of the mines, actually, come to think of it? Oh, these guys are. Okay, yeah, you're a concern. I'll take you out. But definitely feels like the difficulty has been substantially increased. I don't know if that's me or the game or something. And is this another weapon EXP pickup, or am I just kind of nuts? Alright, so at this point, nothing in here is worth it, and I'm so glad I got that speed pickup, actually. It's making it so I can just literally blitz past every single shot. Okay. What do we got in here? This is an interesting room. Or lack thereof. Okay, so we got a bunch of Lanternophiluses, or mini-lanterns. Yep, there they are. I knew they were gonna come out of this room. They're tanks. And we're taking a lot of damage, which sucks. I mean, luckily we move fast, so we can kind of pick up everything without fear of reprisal. And we do actually also do a lot of damage, so I can kind of get past most of the enemies without... Well, yeah, we move so fast nothing hits us. And we do a lot of damage, so we can shoot pretty much everything. At this point, like, my commentary is just going to be like, don't want to get hit by a tank. Actually, I think the ET cannon there saved us from the tank. And one more guy. Good. So, came into that room with sub-level 5, I think? I think we're just below weapon level 5, so we're not... Our weapon level could be higher. Could be a lot higher. But, it's not bad. We're definitely not in the danger zone yet. Well, the question is, do I even have remotely near enough? And the answer is, I don't know, but we're about to go into the boss fight, and I don't need the Toga Trooper wing for this. So I'm going to really hope that I can get just high enough. Nope, I'm not going to. Oh, that bites. Oh well, good. I was really hoping I could get on top of that platform over there, and like maybe I could have gotten to a part that I could platform up on, but I know there's kind of a nice like section that I could get to. You know, who are we fighting? We were fighting Chomps a lot. This is actually probably a really nice boss for us to fight right now. Bosses we wouldn't want to fight would be Cornelius. Grandpa Cornelius, Uncle Cornelius, I don't know. Cornelius would be terrifying. Because currently we do a lot of damage, but shooting down is our preferred modus operandi as far as like hitting things go. Because shooting up is a giant pain in the butt with this gun. Especially if you don't have... I don't know, there aren't any weapon mods that make your shots fly faster from what I can see. Which is kind of a shame, but it's kind of life. And these guys aren't shooting nearly as fast as they were in the other room, so I'm going to count that as some kind of boon. And I want to pick up these pickups before he comes through and makes it impossible, because, you know, pickups are really nice. I can't believe I haven't killed, like, the little mini Corneliuses, but you know what? I'm just glad we got all the pickups from them. I'm glad that they drop pickups. Not used to... Wow. He's almost dead. I guess that's why we had 4 Corneliuses on us instead of just, you know, the usual 2 and then 2 slightly later. It's because I was just rolling the boss really hard. Okay, so what is... I'll check out that in a second. I want to get all the pickups first. Okay, so what is it? It is the Loot Lubricator. Yeah, let's go for it. I've never actually used this gun properly, but I think what I should do is wait, because I think it's one of those that it's best if you use it before, like, the loot goes away, like, before you pick up the loot. Which, I mean, kind of sucks. I would really like to have the Loot Lubricate. Oh, you know, this is actually a really good opportunity. I kind of wish I hadn't gotten rid of Toga Trooper Wing, because we're going into Hugbot Alley, and I always say I should find the secrets in here, and then I forget. Usually when I have like 10 jumps, and it's well in my best interest to do so. So I'm not gonna make that one. Hoping I'd... Okay, didn't take any fall damage. So I'm gonna kind of careen out of control just a little bit here as I try and get up, because the problem is my handling is... Oof. My handling is really bad. So I got a lot of jumps. Don't get me wrong, like, I can probably make it on top of really whatever I want. The issue is targeting. My targeting is awful, because a bunch of speed pickups really make for really awkward movement. Okay, so random-ass platform. And, I mean, that's a lot of bullets, too. Does Hugbot Alley, like, manufacture the weapons used in the rest of everything? I guess that makes a lot of sense. Still terrifying. The question is there like, nope, can't go through that force field, can't go through that force field. Do I have to keep going up? Doesn't look like I can. So the question is there even a secret here, or am I just, like, crazy? I'd swear it says, like, secrets found 0, but I ain't seeing any secrets. Oh, anything up here? I don't want to fall down. Oh, are we stuck? Yeah, we're stuck. Okay, well, that's what tilt is for, which is great, but I don't think I'm going to waste any more time in here, just because there is actually substantially less in this area than I thought there would be, which is kind of a darn shame. Unless there's something on top of that thing, but it does not look like it. Okay, I actually harmed a Hugbot by jumping on top of him, but you know what? That's life. I always wonder why the Hugbot door is red. I mean, maybe it only turns red if you actually hurt one of the Hugbots? It's hard to say. I don't know. But this is a great opportunity to use this item. 6-second loot fist. I'm not sure what this specifically means, but 6-second loot fist. So, oh, you know what? I think I know what the Loot Lubricator actually does. And this is kind of unfortunate, but we'll keep with it, and hopefully we'll charge it back. I actually think the Loot Lubricator, instead of using it on pickups, kind of like the die 20 or die 6 in Binding of Isaac, maybe the Loot Lubricator just boosts up your luck like crazy. Which would make a lot of sense, actually. But we will see if that's how it works. We'll just keep testing, and hopefully we'll get to a point where, you know, I can actually test it fully. So, the one thing I haven't really addressed in this run is the Maw. I don't have much confidence in our ability to kill the Maw. We might be able to. We might. It's very hard to say. But I don't know. Mainly because this gun just doesn't have the range on it. And it's like, we killed the Maw with the Kegerator. No, we didn't. We actually never managed to kill the Maw when using the Kegerator. That didn't happen. My mind is just playing tricks on me, because technically we won that run. We got the metrics saying that we won. It's just we didn't actually. This would have been a great opportunity to use the Loot Lubricator, but no such luck. Anyway, let's get everything, even though we really don't need much. All we need is health. And, yep, would have been a great opportunity for the Loot Lubricator. Oh well. A lot of health pickups, a lot of everything. Something exploded above me, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Maybe there are some more enemies hiding up in the secret area that I didn't know about. So I'm gonna hold off on the Loot Lubricator just for a second, even though that would have been, you know, a wonderful spot. I'm not gonna use it on those guys, even though, you know, I'd dearly like to, because I hate their guts. What do we got over here? A health pickup and a health... Health? Ow! Okay, so apparently the mine layer guys can shoot me through the floor. That's frustrating. But, you know what? They're gonna die right about newish? Nowish? Nowish. There we go. Now they're dead. Okay, so, yeah, took some more stupid damage, but we're definitely doing very well as far as, like, health, and especially weapon EXP. Can't discount that in the slightest. Okay, and no more secret areas in here. This is not the room I'm looking for. It's like the room right before the boss in... I guess in logistics always seems to have, you know, a crazy number of enemies in a very small concentrated area, which makes it very easy to farm, not farm for loot, but get a bunch of, like, loot stuff. Usually we end up getting, like, 6 pickups and finding all the secrets because we've got enough hoops to get there, and it's actually really convenient. So the question is, A, will we even get enough things for it? But, you know what? I think we have enough jumps to get up. It will definitely be a bit of a chore getting there, but you know what? That's kind of okay. There's a secret area here, right? Right. Okay, coins. Probably the most useless thing to us right now. We're sitting on 288 coins, and we really don't have much of a use for them. But, you know what? This is kind of the way the world is, and I'm flabbergasted that there is no enemy. Like, there are no enemies waiting for me on that platform, but I guess there are a bunch of enemies sitting right here for me. So, I guess we do have a weapon mod, come to think of it. I'd forgotten that we even got one. But, precision. I think in retrospect, precision was probably a mediocre idea for this gun, whatever. I can't think of a good gun precision would be good for. Maybe a single shotgun that makes it even, like, more accurate. Or, actually, it could be. Not sure if it would be. It's kind of hard to say. I'm not sure if you could count it as being really useful for the shotgun. Because the shotgun is one of those where it's like... It would be nice to have... well, it's nice to have, like, one single column of death firing out of this gun, but since it doesn't have, you know, unlimited range, it arcs shots. Precision is... Badsky, come on. I really hate these guys. Like, the saw blade launchers and the spike ball launchers are my least favorite enemies to fight, but those guys are just, well, no. Least favorite enemies to come across. There's the distinction. But, well, we paid for it. And we're not doing any more hefty platforming, so I guess this is kind of the way things go. Oh well, not that big of a deal. We're very fast. Like, awkwardly fast, even. But, yep, that's just the way things go. But, so as I was saying, is this the room? Oh, dear lord. What variation of this room is it going to be? Holy shit. I've never done this before. Goodbye. Now here is a circumstance. Come on, come on. I was going to say, here is a circumstance for the loot lubricator to be really useful for us, and the answer is, I don't even know if it's going to be. I might have used it prematurely and should have cleared the room out, but it's very hard to say. We got a lot of loot, that's for certain. It's just the question of, was it the kind of loot I want? And the answer is a lot of health pickups, that's good. Oh, loot lubricator again? I guess that's kind of the perk. Everything is dying around me. That's nice. The question is, will we even be able to get half of the loot that dropped? And the answer is going to be a very sad no, unfortunately. We're going to get hit a lot, kind of inching back and forth between these, but at least we're keeping our weapon level really high, which I'm kind of happy about. I'm going to use the, I don't know, launch block, the motivational boosters, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to use that to get us around, like, death here. And I really should take out all the enemies on the sidebar. Oh, crap. Do not want to get stuck in the slow blocks. They are literally the worst right now. Okay, so the loot lubricator, as far as I can tell, really just makes them drop everything like the little bomb bots. And since these are the spin bots, they're actually really, really easy pickings, or really prime targets for this. You know the really unfortunate thing, though? We didn't get a single freaking passive upgrade that entire like, salvo of loot. Which kind of bites. Alright, so there's a lot of bullets coming down on our heads. So let's take out these guys before, you know, they have the chance to make us unhappy. And, I mean, maybe everything's down there? Nope, okay, so... Well, I just feel stupid. There's a one lone spin bot just kind of existing to make us unhappy. Alright, so now we're flying, and can I get across? Yep, beautiful. Okay, so now we're in a really good spot as far as, like, okay, not the best spot, actually. The problem is all the motivational blocks are, combined with our crazy speed, are going to make it very hard to get through this room without taking damage. But we did make it through this room without losing all of our health. And since we've got some extra jumps, I'm going on adventures. Okay, so there is one passive pickup. 2 passive pickups that we've gotten from this room. So let's get that one, because that's useful. And I'm going to use that. And I'm actually just going to use the loot lubricator in hopes of getting some stuff. It kind of gave me what I wanted. Not as much, but yeah, so the loot lubricator does not actually increase our, like, luck, really. All it does is it increases our, I guess, little, like, token drops, which is actually still really useful, especially for our case right now where we were, I'm not going to say unjustly harmed, but we were definitely injured in ways that we probably didn't deserve. The game was being a little mean to me. And, okay, I think there's a secret area on top of this thing over here. So let's see if I can even get... Oh, right. I remember. I actually came up here earlier. This is just like the top of the level. Yeah, there's nothing up here. I was like, I remember doing this before, but I don't, like, maybe there's a secret area. Nope, there's no secret area. At least, there's no secret area as far as I can tell in this entire level. That's unfortunate. Anyway, let's get down to the boss chamber and see who's going to try and crush our face today. It looks to be... Dr. Turret? Yeah, Dr. Turret, again. Well, I mean, it's like some kind of weird, bizarro grudge match run again, where all we're able to fight is, like, the one enemy that's going to be the hardest to fight. At least, with any luck, I can kill him now and get a bunch of loot from him. Yes, alright. I used the loot lubricator in possibly the best way possible. So, there's a new weapon mod. No, there's not a new weapon mod. I'm, in fact, completely incorrect here. There's, in fact, no weapon mod whatsoever. Because it's just precision. Let's see, which weapon mod do we want to get? Precision or precision? I wonder. Okay, so definitely using the loot lubricator there as we were killing the boss was actually a really good strategy. It got us all of our weapon EXP back, because we did take a little bit of damage, but it also managed to get us, you know, pretty much back up to full health. We're not fully there, but it's one of those where I'm not hurting nearly as much as I was, a couple rooms ago. And I definitely have to say, if we get an Uber win on this one, which I really hope we do, and if we don't, it's going to be one of those where I just, like, I'm going to try and fight them all, because I'm going to say it's a pretty sure thing that we're going to defeat, the Gumball Machine. The Gumball Machine is kind of weak sauce, now that I know how to fight it, and I'm actually getting hit here really stupidly, because the problem is I don't have my spread shot anymore, so I can't use it to just clear the room of these guys. Which kind of sucks, but, oh, well, I mean, that's some kind of silver lining. There's a luck pickup, and I'd really like to get it before I take a bunch of bullets to the face, but, okay, there we go. So, even though I technically don't have spread shot, I do have really effective, splash damage somehow. I guess it's when I was gonna say hamsters, but no, they're not hamsters, the hedgehogs bounce off of the wall. They bounce off in, like, every direction, or enough that it considers it in every direction, and so it actually counts as splash damage. So I actually really like the loot lubricator. It's probably one of, if not my favorite Well, okay, so technically I will say I like the aortic healing device the best. It is... I'm not going to say my baby in any regard. Holy crap. So this is one of those very unfortunate circumstances where I actually have to fight these guys, but they do so much damage. Like, I don't want to be here, but they shoot so fast. Okay, oh god. We're actually not going to even beat the gumball machine. We're not going to make it there. And I'd be fascinated to find out the final difficulty on this run. Yeah, we're not going to make it. Let's find out what the final difficulty was, because that's going to mean a lot. Only 174. I guess we didn't have a single armor pickup whatsoever. We had just base level armor and only a but that's confusing. Okay, so we only had a damage multiplier of 1, but we picked up 2 might pickups, which makes no sense to me. We were doing really well there, but just those laser things were wrecking us. If only because we didn't get a single armor pickup. We were definitely doing a tunnel rat run, even if we didn't mean it, because we were a paper doll man running around. Oh well, that was still a pretty good run. I enjoyed it. Definitely a lot to be desired, but I guess that's just kind of the way things go. So, I don't know. Next run will be probably something a little bit safer. Probably the babble gun again, or maybe we'll try the portable pizza thrower. For some reason, like, my old go-to guns that I used to win all the time with, I just have no more luck with. Oh well. So I will see you guys on the next run of Tower of Guns. Hopefully it'll go a heck of a lot better than these very short and disappointing runs, except for the, long and disappointing run. And, you know what? As always, I'll see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching. I think I'm repeating myself.